For 130 soles, or around $35, we can get into 16 different tourist sites around Cusco. We are going to see how many places we can hit together and if this ticket is worth the price. Today, we're heading over to a ruin that is right next to our campground. So it's a nice little walkover. It's called Sacsaywaman, which is a really funny name. Yeah, it's in Quechua, so they're not really saying that everybody that lived there was super hot. We actually walked by it before and we know that there are some llamas in there, so we're excited to see those buddies. This ruin overlooks Cusco, so it's gonna be a really pretty view too. This UNESCO World Heritage Site had begun being built even before the Incas. Each block is perfectly made to fit so tightly not even a piece of paper could fit between them. A fortress resting above the enormous city that was dismantled when the Spanish arrived for church building. Only the rocks that were the biggest and the hardest to move are still left in the original site. Ruin number 2, Kenko. This ruin is pretty close to Saqsaywaman and 2 more ruins we're heading today. It would be simple and pretty cheap to get a taxi to catch them all.
Yeah, that's where they sacrificed people, or llamas. No, it said or human sacrifice. Emily's my guide. She's been reading the Wikipedia. Wow, this is pretty unique. Oh, are we going down?
That's where they would mummify important people. A really nice thing about all of these ruins is there's plenty of fields to just relax on. So we've been just sitting here enjoying the view. If you wanted to have like a picnic up here, that would be so cute. Another part of Kenko is Kenko Chico, and if you're on a budget, you could just go to that one for free. So that's kind of a nice part of this ruin right here. So we decided to check out Kenko Chico. This is the free one over here, and well, since it's free, there's no guard, so we brought the dog. So we just made it to the next archaeological site for the day, Puka Pukara, and yeah, we're gonna wander around this one. It looks really nice so far from the parking lot, so I'm pretty excited.
A ruin with a view, you know, just a ruin, but a ruin with a view for me.
Number 1. Researchers hypothesized Puka Pukara was a checkpoint along the road to keep order, allow a place for rest for travelers and military members. Look at this thing. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Where are you going?
I think this is the end. Not a bad little cave, honestly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love caves.
So the name is Puka Pukara, which in Quechua means Red Fortress. because the rocks contained a small amount of iron that made them red. Tambomachay is an ancient Inca resort. With hot springs and beautiful surroundings, it's a perfect place to relax. This ruin is a bit more fun than the others because instead of arrows shuffling people down one path, there are lesser known trails leading to other ruins. On our way to find these places, we made a friend who wandered the fields with us. We lost the trail for a moment, but as always, the views made it worth it.
That's a nest of something there. Must be like a bird, huh?
After hearing other travelers talking about heading out on hikes and stumbling upon ruins, I knew I needed to try out the same, and this ruin is the best place to start. Wow, this is so good. Morning! We're checking out Pisac today. Look at that, that's amazing. And I think the best advice we could give anyone going to Pisac is park the first time you can.
So here we are at the Mirador of the Pisac ruins. So it was a fair walk over here. The main part of the ruins is up on the hill, but this just 360 views up here.
So they think Pisac was a defense place, but could also hold a small city. So these terraces right here are all for agriculture. It's a perfect place for a fortress because of the Urubamba River that runs next to it. And between these mountains over here, that is going straight to the Amazon. So if they had people coming from the Amazon or from the river, they would be able to notify Cusco before anyone got close to the biggest Incan city.
So to get here from Cusco, we crossed that valley right behind us, came down here, and this whole valley going this way, that is Urubamba River. We basically follow that river all the way down to Machu Picchu from here. Looking forward to showing you guys the Sacred Valley of Cusco. Made it to the Ollantaytambo ruins before they close. Able to use our 16 attraction pass for this as well. This is where you take the train to Machu Picchu. So we got Rob in there in the camp spot with us. He said, hey, that's enough ruins for one day. We're just gluttons for ruins here. And this one is looking like a beaut. I think it's gonna have a great view of the valley. We just gotta climb to the top before they close. So in it to win it.
So we made it to Ollantaytambo just an hour before our entire ticket expired. After seeing so many ruins, and now after being in Ollantaytambo, I think it really shows the ingenuity of the architecture with the Incas, and also how amazing they were at farming and irrigation. I have been hypothesizing that is why there's such biodiversity here with the fruits and veggies, just because the Inca were so good at farming and cultivating new crops. Maybe it's just the area that we're in. Out of these ruins we've wandered, I've really enjoyed Ollantaytambo. With water features and beautiful views, I'd say not to miss this ruin. This ancient town is one of the oldest continuously occupied places in South America. Sunken terraces were built by the Inca to grow produce native to warmer climates. The sun warms the ground inside the terrace. The wall blocks the wind, so at night the plants stay warmer than the outside temperature. The views don't stop in Ollantaytambo. Across the valley there's a free ruin to check out. This free ruin was basically an Inca grain silo. Being high atop the hill and well ventilation preserved the food for the community during the time without crops.
Sombrita! Sombrita! Aww.
Well, we made it to 6 of these ruins and 2 free ones. The ticket also includes a couple of museums, monuments, 4 other ruins that we didn't make it to. Thank you guys so much for checking out all these ruins with us. If you liked this video, let us know in the comments. And if you want to send me over a coffee so I can read more about the Inca Empire, check out our Patreon. Thanks so much for your support. See you next time.